good morning, and welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode, oh gosh, I don't know, maybe 377 or 78. I forget. I didn't look this morning. Anyway, thanks for joining live. If you're here live, please say hello. Let me know what you're crafting this morning. I really wish I could show you my setup this morning. And there's no way for me to take a photo or share it with you while I'm recording, but I forgot my tripod this morning, and I have my camera propped up on top of a laundry basket, a roll of paper towels, and a drink cup. And you know, I gotta turn it around and show you. You won't. Okay, so I'm just gonna flip the camera around here for a second. This is what I have my camera sitting on. So I'm going to set it back. So we've got the laundry basket and the paper towels, and then the cup is, so I'm gonna set it back on the paper towels and lean it against the cup. I can't stop laughing. It's so ridiculous, but man, it works okay. It's not perfect, but it works. It works. So sorry I didn't say hi to all the friendly names here, but I think I saw Lisa, Joe, Melissa, Deborah, Jackie, Barbara, Thea. Thanks for joining live, everybody. Glad you could be here. If you, so glad that everybody feels welcome to say hello. If you're new, please let us know if you're new too. I've heard there's lots of new people here. Julie and Christine and Adriac. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully you're setting yourself for a great Friday. Thanks, Thea. I knew the laundry basket would help, but I didn't realize that it wasn't enough. Hello, Marissa from Argentina. Glad you could be here. Thanks for joining live. So we're a little late today, and we're in Fort Myers, but and using a makeshift tripod. Anyway, all right, hello. Hi, Nikki and Judy and Maria, Jackie, Barbara. Yeah, Beatrice, it would make sense to keep one in the car, but honestly, they're expensive and they don't seem to, the wear and tear, just, I don't know. I'm always having trouble with tripods. Hi, Margaret and Nancy and Donna. Good morning, Crafty Ferret Mama from Alabama. Glad you could be here. Thanks for joining live. So glad to see some familiar names and some new names. So welcome to have all of you here. Yes, hi to everyone that I missed. I agree, Lisa. I feel the same way. Oh, thanks, Julie. So what I've done is I brought the same scarf that I was demonstrating yesterday, or same shawl, because I wanted to show you some of the different ways to wear it as a scarf too. So this is that same big triangular shawl made out of crochet motifs that are joined as you go. So gorgeous. This is the Mary shawl. You can find it as a single download on my website. You can also find it in the current issue of Crochet World magazine, the April issue. You can also find it in my book, Motif Magic, which you can buy an autographed copy on my website, or you can find it in all Amazon Prime markets all over the world. And the information for all of that's on my website. So it's a generous sized triangular shawl, and we talked yesterday about different ways to style it as a shawl and as a capelet and all those different things. But today I thought it would be fun to, hi I'm Melinda, hi Nancy. I thought it would be fun to show you some scarf ways to tie it. So I'm gonna hold it in the center and center the center on my neck and wrap in the back. Now, all sorts of ways you can do this. The simplest way is to just leave it like that, and then it looks like a necklace scarf, right? And if you don't like how long the tip is there, you could tie this in a little knot, I think, and then it almost looks like a pendant. I kind of like that. I like that a lot, actually. So you could tie that in a knot, and so it's more of a pendant, and then you could even tie these. You could tie these a couple of times, or you could wrap them around a couple of more times. I definitely like tying that in a pendant though. And you could wrap those around to the back. You could even grab them again and tie them again. It's, you know, this is with Be So Fine yarn, which is my fingering weight bamboo yarn. It's so silky and lustrous and drapey that it really makes it easy to really play with the fabric and get all sorts of wraps and drapes. So there's one way you could do it. And if you don't like the tails, just keep tucking them in, right? So that looks like a nice little cowl, but I want to show you a couple other ways too. So that's when we started as a necklace scarf. You don't want to tie these knots too tight because they do get, you know, you end up manipulating the fabric too much and you could damage it. So you want to be careful when you're tying knots. You don't, because you might have to pull hard to untie them. Okay, so we're going to start in the middle again, okay? And twist to the back, bring them back forward. Now I'm going to do that knot that I like to show you how to do. So this tail, I'm going to pull it, I'm going to wrap it around a couple of times so we have more of a rope feel to this. And now we're going to twist it. Okay, so the center piece we've twisted. I hope this is showing up on camera. Okay, so remember how we do this knot. We pay attention to which side is on top and which side is on bottom. And we want to take the tails and do them in the opposite of what's on that side. So this side is on the bottom, so we want to come through the top with the tail. Okay, and this side is on top, so we want to come through the bottom with this tail. You always want to do the opposite of what's presenting to you. And look at that, we've got that beautiful knot tie that I've shown you many times before, but we've done it on a triangular shawl. Who'd have thought, right? And you've got this beautifully tied knot. It looks like a scarf, it looks like a cowl, it looks like all sorts of things except a triangular shawl. And I think that's what's so remarkable about doing something like this. And again, the yarn plays a big role in this. If this was in a chunkier yarn, you wouldn't have so much flexibility in the drape. It really is something that you can do when you go with the lighter yarns and the drapier yarns. Then we'll open it back up again so you can see how much it's transformed. It went from this big, magnificent piece of lace to a scarf, a cowl, a necklace scarf, and all those other things. And that's not including all the different ways we've talked about it as a cape and a capelet and a shawl. Whoops! So I have a little butterfly clip. This will work really well, but you could make a lace, or you could make a chain to do some lacing of it, or you could just tie it. You could even put a button on one side, or buttons on one side, because the holes in the lace could work as buttonholes too. Does anybody have any questions about that? Oh, this is colorway Calypso Lime in Be So Fine yarn. And for those of you just joining now, you can find it as a single download pattern on my website. It's called the Mary Shawl, and it's also available in Crochet World magazine, which is this month, April's issue, on newsstands now. It has the pattern inside, and it has a 2-page interview with me in the magazine this month too. It's also available in Motif Magic, which is my book filled with 17 join as you go knit and crochet shawls. Here are some of them on the cover. So beautiful. I've got videos for all of these on my YouTube channel here and also on my website. So you can search for this one on my YouTube channel and find all the videos for it as well. It uses a square motif and a triangular motif, and they're identical stitch pattern, but done in square and triangle, and then joined together as you go. Joe has an autographed copy of this book. That's awesome. This book is available with autograph from me on my website, or you can find it on Amazon all over the world. Hi Naomi, thanks for joining live. Barbara likes the interview in the magazine. Thank you. Yeah, it was a very nice interview. I was really, I don't know if surprised is the right word, because I didn't expect them to not do a nice interview, but I was definitely humbled and overwhelmed by how nice their interview was of me. I really appreciated it. I sounded good. They made me sound good. Hi Elisa, I think Elisa's here. All right, I'll wait and see if anybody has any questions before I move on. Thanks, Barbara. She agrees I sounded good in the interview. All right, and those of you that weren't here when I first started this morning, I know people jump in and out. I gotta show you my tripod setup today. It's so ridiculous. You won't even believe it unless I show you. Oh, thanks, Elisa. So I forgot my tripod at home today, so I'm gonna turn the camera around so you can see. I'm using a laundry basket, a roll of paper towels, and a drink cup. So I'm gonna set it, so I'm setting it right there on the top of the, on top of the paper towel roll, and it's being propped up by the by the cup. Hi Leslie, thanks for joining live. I know, isn't that great, Joe? It was worth showing you. I couldn't have described it well enough for you to understand how ridiculous. Necessity is the mother of invention. Yes, Donna, absolutely. That's one of my favorite sayings for sure. So now I just have to make sure that I have a drink cup, a roll of paper towels, and a laundry basket in the car at all times, right? I know, ridiculous. But the laundry basket is usually from taking packages to the post office the prior day, so I just haven't put it back in the house yet. And the roll of paper towels, I think, was meant as napkins for the boys at the tournament in Miami last weekend, which apparently they didn't want or need. So I haven't brought them back in the house. And the drink cup, I usually leave the house with a drink cup every day. So I don't know how I had this stuff in the car, but it worked out beautifully because I forgot my tripod this morning. I don't know why, but it's really making me laugh. I love it. All right, so I thought I'd show you a little update on my baby blanket. I'm through the yellow, started my peach, so I think I'm going to show you the 6-color progression. So it starts with violet at the bottom, then it goes to splash and turquoise, buttercup, peach, and orchid. And then it repeats again, going from violet, splash, turquoise, buttercup, and peach. The last color after peach will be orchid, but I think I will like to see the violet on both ends. So I think I'm going to do a 3rd color of violet to keep it a little more symmetrical. I don't know, there's something, so I think that's where I'm headed with it. So I should have it finished in the next couple of days. It will be a new pattern on my website soon. Harini, this is a baby blanket, but yes, you could definitely make that into a shawl. You could definitely do that as a shawl. My wheels have been spinning about making it into a shawl and making it into a top. I think this color progression is going to be amazing if I started that chevron stitch here and worked up in the round, and then at the bust here, or the yoke, do some sort of treatment to the chevron to make it decrease up to here. So my wheels are turning on that too. But we're gonna start with the baby blanket pattern, which will also be sized for making it on any size blanket. So if you wanted it for a throw for your couch, or a blanket for your bed, or a blanket for somebody else's bed, a different size bed, I'm gonna show sizing for not only the baby blanket but for larger sizes too, and then there'll be yardage recommendations and number of balls for those other sizes as well, because it's going to be a gorgeous blanket no matter what size you make. So all that is coming soon. Does anybody have any questions about that? Thank you, Becky, I appreciate it. Hi, Grace. Oh, so an update on layers knit and layers crochet. There will be new patterns released and a new update on the ebooks later today. Should be by this evening, and there will be 2 new patterns in both ebooks. And then once the ebook update is done and everybody that's pre-ordered gets their new download link, they will also be available as individual downloads on my website. And like always, as long as the ebook is in pre-order status, you will be able to buy it at a discounted rate, and it will also come with a coupon code for purchasing the paperback when it comes out. So it's a super deal right now to join in the pre-order with the releases of new patterns every week. And then once it's all done and live, the ebook will go back to regular price, and so will the paperback book. And the patterns will still remain available for single download if you only like one or two and you don't want the whole books. So I hope that makes sense. Does anybody have any questions about that? Yes, Joe, the pre-order is still available for Layers Knit and Layers Crochet until all 18 patterns are released. It's still pre-order sale price. As soon as all 18 patterns are released and in the ebook, then it will go back to regular price. But until then, the ebook is on sale and will come with a coupon for money off of the paperback book. And all of those details are listed on the book page. Oh, that's a great idea, Joe. Yes, she wants the knit one for inspiration for knitting. So that brings me to my next part of it. Hi, Cherie. Hi, Christine. Thanks for joining live. So the next part of it is that several of the patterns in both books I've already made tutorial videos for. And when the book comes out, every week I'll be releasing more tutorial videos. So eventually there will be tutorial videos for every pattern in both the Layers Knit and Layers Crochet books, which you're familiar with because you remember when I came out with Motif Magic, I did a tutorial video for every single one of these patterns too. As well as 80 handmade gifts. So I've done tons of videos on that one. And if you want to find those videos specifically, remember I have some really wonderful playlists here on my YouTube channel. So if you go to the playlists tab and scroll down, there is a playlist for all of the videos for Motif Magic. There's a playlist for all of the videos so far of Layers Knit and Layers Crochet, and there's a playlist for all of the videos for 80 handmade gifts. And as always, if you don't see what you're looking for, please send me a message, leave a comment in a video, and give me your suggestions. Thanks, Lynn. Lydia is frogging. That's okay. That's okay. Frogging means you got some good practice on something, and you're going to do better the next time. Quite all right. Hi, Lydia. Hi, Lynn. If I've missed your name this morning, I apologize. I try to read as many as I can. Yeah, if you enjoy the podcast, please feel welcome to give it a thumbs up. YouTube pays attention to the stats of who gives thumbs up on videos. Target date for Layers being released. It'll be sometime in May, I believe. Christine couldn't find something on YouTube yesterday. I don't know what, though. I may have missed part of the conversation. Oh well. All right, so if anybody has any questions, hi Sharon, thanks for joining live. If anybody has any questions about anything I've talked about so far or something else, please don't be shy. I'll wait a second here. Hello from Turkey, thanks for joining live. Hi Kimberly, thanks for joining live. Hi Diane. Thank you, Donna. Yes, Calypso Lime looks amazing with navy blue. I wore it with gray yesterday. The contrast of gray with the lime is beautiful, and the contrast with a dark blue is beautiful too. Calypso Lime is a gorgeous, gorgeous color and so bright and cheerful. Yep, there's a video for this shawl. Christine, you asked me about the mirror pattern yesterday. I forget where you asked me, but I did reply to you and tell you what that pattern was called, and hopefully you found it on my website, because it's there. All right, well, I don't think I see any more questions. Hi, Chantel. What kind of lace knitting needles do I use? I prefer bamboo needles most of the time, and I prefer circular needles most of the time. But there's an exception for everything, and there's a reason for everything. So, but in general, I prefer bamboo circulars or wooden circulars. Do I have any tips on designing patterns? Sure, I've been designing patterns for, I don't know, 15, 16 years, but I'm not sure what I could come up with off the top of my head. Could certainly think on that and come up with a thoughtful list of tips. That's a great idea. I will try to add that to my list. Yes, someone's asking about my Facebook group. So I have a Facebook group called Create, Share, Inspire Group with Kristin Omdahl, and you can find it on Facebook. You can also find it in the link here in the video description and in all of my videos. There is a link to the Facebook group, and it is a great place to share your photos of projects that you've made with my yarns or my patterns, and even get support and help from other people who have made them, and continue the party throughout the day. So all of the friends that you're making here in the live stream community on the podcast, you can continue your conversations over there. It's a really fun way to get to know everybody that you meet and care about here at the podcast in the morning. The next question that I think I saw in there was, do I have a website? Yes, I have a website. It's called kristinomdahl.com. There's also a link for that in the video description below. And that's where I sell all of my beautiful yarns, and where you can buy my books and all the other fun, awesome things that I sell. And there's lots of resources there too. Hi Gretchen, I think I missed a few other names, but thanks so much to my moderators for helping me welcome everybody who's new or everybody who's joining and saying hello this morning. I appreciate it so much. All right, that's not the book I wanted to grab. This is the book I wanted to grab. Who's ready for a quote? Let's go to the next page in our Create, Share, Inspire notebook. Yesterday's was fun. I noticed a lot of people were really happy with it too. It makes me so happy. I can hardly see the screen. All right. Okay, this one's by Edith Wharton. And there are 2 ways of spreading the light. Be the candle or the mirror that reflects it. Oh, this is so beautiful to me. And it takes so much pressure off too. You don't have to be the person that reinvents the wheel. You don't have to be the person on the camera. You don't have to be the person at the head of the crowd. You don't have to be the person in charge. You don't have to be the leader. You just need to support whatever you love. So whatever inspires you and whatever makes you feel better, all you have to do is reflect it, support it, share it. Love, love, love this one. It takes the pressure off of always having to be amazing, right? You don't have to be amazing. You just have to share whatever is inspiring you or amazing you from somebody else, because the more you share it, you actually are being the light then. It's very profound and deep, but really awesome. So I'm going to read it again. This is from Edith Wharton. There are 2 ways of spreading the light. Be the candle or the mirror that reflects it. I love that so much. So much. We're all important. We're all part of the circle. You know, this reminds me of something, a question that I get or not a question, but a comment. Someone will be a wonderful knitter or crocheter and love to make things with my patterns or my videos or my yarns, and they'll say to me, "Oh, I wish I could design like you." And I tell them, if you could, then I wouldn't be important. I'm part of the wheel too, right? So you need some people that like to create or that like to design, but you need people that want to use those designs too, right? So this is a minor example. This isn't as profound as the quote, but everybody's important. We need people to write books and make patterns, but we need people to buy those books and buy those patterns and enjoy them and fill their hearts with joy for being creative. You don't have to have made the design to enjoy following the pattern and making your own creation from it. Everybody is important in that wheel, but everybody's important in general too. So however you're sharing the light is important. If you're the person giving a speech or doing something that's creating that positivity. That's wonderful. But you also need people that soak it in and reflect it back to the world and share it with the world. It's all important. I missed a bunch of comments, but I hope that brings some spark of inspiration to people today, or maybe just gives anybody a reason to feel less pressure on themselves for not being everything. We don't all have to be everything all the time. If something else is inspiring you, just be the reflection today. I love that. I see some Zdenka, thank you. You're welcome, Christine. Yes, take the pressure off. Thank you, Cherie. I appreciate your support so much. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, take the pressure off yourself today. You can enjoy stuff too. You don't have to be the maker, the creator, or the idea person for everything that you enjoy. And you don't have to feel bad for not being the maker or the creator of stuff. You can be the reflection of it too and share it with the world. Share your enthusiasm for what you love and what's positive in your life. Share that with the world. And you're part of the process of bringing more joy into the world by just being the supporter. That's awesome too. I can barely see the screen. Oh my goodness. We'll wait and see if there's any more questions. Don't be shy. If you have questions, please leave them for me. And if you don't make it to the live stream, or you come up with your question later, this live stream will go to a recorded version, and leave your comments there. I get notified of them all day long, and I get to reply to them all day long. So I won't miss your comment if you leave it in the recorded version. All right. Hi, Healing Springs. Glad you could make it. All right, well, we are almost out of time. Zdenka's from Calgary, and it's snowy there. Brr, I hope you're indoors and snuggled up and warm. Lydia, yes, if you're going to sell your crafts, your finished items, you should absolutely keep track of how much time you're putting into it. Absolutely. Put it on a stopwatch for sure, or make notes. Yes, Donna, great idea. Have a great day, everybody. Snowed in Ontario yesterday too. Wow. Hi, Vicki from Indiana. This is her first time here. Welcome. We're so glad to have you, Vicki. Yes, Thea's wishing everybody an awesome weekend, and I feel the same. What yarn did I use for the blanket? This blanket is done in Biso baby yarn. This is my DK weight milk fiber, and I'm using a G hook. Melissa says they have apps that'll keep track of time. So whoever was asking about tracking their time on finished projects to sell, look for an app about it. But there's also a stopwatch on my phone. I could do a stopwatch and then make notes too. I missed a big comment. Lydia has seen videos on how to price per stitch. Someone else's first time here. Well, wonderful. Anais wants to know where I'm at. I'm in Fort Myers, Florida today, which is in Southwest Florida. I try to go to the beach very often, but I couldn't make it today. I had a commitment in Fort Myers, so I'm talking to you from a parking lot. Hello, Carrie from Australia. Glad you could make it this morning. Oh, so many amazing people and places. Yes, it's very sunny here, Thea. Very sunny. All right, well, thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you enjoyed the beautiful parking lot. I gotta say, this isn't the ugliest parking lot I've ever seen. Hope you enjoyed my show and tells, my demos, chatting with me and everyone else here. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today